I like both men and women.
What made you jump out the porch though?
My name is really, and they my back window out. I have no Adam's apple. I was molested as a child. I threw some makeup on. 3 different men. I'm very feminine. I've had police proposition me. I'm tricking. I've had drug dealers, a lot of drug dealers, undercover, anything to get a fucking dollar. I've been raped in bandos, free drugs from the dealer.
What was you doing to make money?
A free pass from the police. I've been beaten. I've been robbed.
So what's 3 things you can say to the youth that not follow your footsteps?
Drinking led to, but I'm alone. I feel like in the world and I'm scared. I'm surprised I'm still alive.
Being in the streets, what's some of the life-threatening situations you went through? You ain't never go to jail or nothing like that?
Children today don't dream anymore of being something. And then one particular gang actually approached me, tell somebody. Yeah. That was my biggest mistake and I held it in my whole life, the abuse. Look at me now.
What's the word, YouTube? It's Tata 2900 tapping in with another episode inside Baltimore Drug Epidemic. Before we get started, make sure y'all tap in, like, comment, subscribe, man. Let's get into it. Who we here with?
I'm an addict and my name's Dee.
Dee?
Yeah.
Give them a little bit where you come from, why you the way you are, what got you in this situation and like that.
I got
you. Go ahead.
So,
start from the beginning and just work your way up.
The beginning go like this. I'm originally from East Baltimore.
Yeah.
Both my parents were addicts.
You gotta speak up a little bit.
Both of my parents were drug addicts. They both had addiction.
Yeah.
I automatically thought I was doomed.
How old you was around this time?
I was 2 when my mother passed. And then my father passed when I was in my 20s.
Oh, so you ain't have a real relationship with your mother?
No. I didn't really know who she was.
Right.
But, you know, all I knew was the city and the streets. You know, technically, if you want to get into it, I was born male. My name is really Donovan.
Yeah.
And, you know, through a turn of events, you know, somebody was looking for me. I was a male. I ain't know where to turn to but the streets. You know, all I knew was people in and out of our house. My father sold weed, you know, but he did have and cocaine.
Yeah.
And that's all I knew. So I didn't think I was gonna go down that road. I finished high school and I thought I was good. And then I started hanging out downtown, trying to discover who I was, because I didn't know what I was or who I was.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I guess like as I was getting out of high school, I was very confused. I liked both men and women, but no one told me what that was. I thought there was something wrong with me.
Right.
So in order to like figure it out, I would cover it up with drinking. But drinking led to other things like, and you know, I used to sniff and sell it. Next thing you know, I find myself in a closet by myself smoking coke. You know, and it just spiraled out of control.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, around what age were you when you jumped, like when you jumped in the streets, jumped out the porch?
16.
16?
Yeah.
What made you jump out the porch though?
I had no parental guidance.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Everybody in the neighborhood was chilling, hanging out on the street corners. So I did what they did, you know?
What type household was you in? Like, was you in a good household, or
I mean, listen,
what was going on around you?
My stepmother and my father were on my whole life.
Yeah.
So they did the best they could, but they also did other things on top of it. You know, they mixed pills and coke and, you know, sold weed. I had all kinds of different people in and out of our household, you know. We had bikers, black, you know, all kinds of different homeless people. I was very well-rounded, so I learned not to be judgmental.
Yeah.
Thank God, because when I discovered who I was praying that nobody would judge me.
So around what age were you when you felt out like, damn, I like boys and girls? Like, what age were you when you found that out?
Really like 18. I was
18.
molested as a child.
By a man?
by 3 different men because there was no parental guidance. You know, my parents were busy getting high, and I know they did the best they could, but they just wasn't present.
Yeah, right.
You know, so
Damn.
I did and I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what molestation meant because, you know, the touch felt good, be it a man or woman. So I didn't know it was wrong until I became an adult. And when I became an adult, I was like, wow, you're not supposed to touch children.
Right.
And that's what happened to me.
So
as a result, I get high and I cover and mask them feelings.
Yeah. So why you ain't think about like, man, that and really get back regular for real? Like why you ain't think about just messing with girls?
It's funny you say that because I'm literally, you just stopped me to do this interview and I'm waiting on the steps of City of Refuge Church, waiting for my caseworker to take me to treatment.
Yeah. So you saying when you go to treatment, you ain't gonna be messing with boys no more?
I'm not gonna be messing with nobody.
Yeah, you gonna be working
I'm gonna be working on myself.
Yeah.
I gotta get clean and get off the streets.
Yeah.
I'm homeless.
Yeah.
I'm tricking. Anything to get a fucking dollar.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm tired. I'm cold. It's the middle of winter.
Man. You gotta make a change for yourself. You gotta change yourself first.
You know, I was in recovery at one point, had 3 years clean. So I know there's a better way.
Yeah.
I just had a fall. And there was nobody, you know, everybody in my family gone now.
Yeah.
So it's me and God.
He gonna lead you on the right path.
I just need to, I don't know, I need to like...
You gotta keep your faith in him. He gonna lead you on the right path. So when you got out of the recovery home, what made you jump back into it?
Be honest with you, I had everything. In recovery, they taught me how to fix me and everything that was wrong with me, identify. And what happened was this: I cleaned up my record, I cleaned up my credit, I got a car, I bought a house. I had everything but a partner. I didn't know if I wanted a husband, a wife. I was still confused. I'm still confused. They call it, I don't even know what they call it, but I just wanted to be happy.
So what are you? You're a pants?
That's exactly what I was gonna tell you. Pants is whatever makes me happy.
Yeah, okay.
If it's a man, if it's a woman, they make me laugh. I'm attracted to it.
Yeah, I know about that because what's his name?
Ann.
Yeah.
Ann's pants. Very good friend of mine.
Yeah, he said that. That's how I know about that. I ain't even know.
But I'm alone. I feel like in the world, and I'm scared.
Yeah.
So this lady, Miss India, and Miss Lakeisha reached out to me at the women's rep, and they're putting me in treatment.
Yeah, that's good.
I look at it as a gift from God because I don't have anybody.
Yeah.
And I'm tired. I'm tired of turning tricks. I'm tired of being cold, trying to find a place to live. You know, and it's one hit after another, the chasing.
Yeah.
Then waking up ill every day. It's just not cool.
Right. By you being in the streets all this time like that, what was you doing for money?
I was tricking.
Like what was you doing to make money?
So, like I said, I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm a complete man. And I had traveled when I was younger in the gay community and up and down the East Coast as a female impersonator. I was a professional.
Yeah.
And one day, I didn't know how to make money. So I threw some makeup on. I'm very feminine. I have no Adam's apple. And the guys pick me up. Most of them don't know. And that's how I make my money.
Dang. Let me ask you a question. Did you ever been on the streets and people knowing who you is by looking at you? Did you ever deal with somebody like that was in the streets?
What do you mean?
Like did any like dudes that was in the streets, like hustling and shit, ever come to you and
proposition me?
Yeah.
I've had police proposition me.
Nuh-uh.
I've had drug dealers, a lot of drug dealers, undercover.
You lying.
No, it's the truth. And like I would never give names. Truth be told is that like I'm very feminine and like they don't care.
Right.
you know, and I'm very clean.
Yeah.
So it was an opportunity for a lot of these people. I've gotten off a lot of hooks.
Damn.
So.
Police and all.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Free drugs from the dealers.
Yeah.
A free pass from the police.
Damn.
I've skated.
Hey, so
I'm surprised I'm still alive. This is a scary year for me. I'm 49 years old. My birthday is in June, and we are now in February. And my father died at 49.
really.
So I'm
Sorry to
afraid.
hear that.
I just
Sorry
need to
hear
make it to
that.
50.
Yeah, so you gonna make it.
I've asked all my friends, I said, please just hold on to me because I don't want to spiral out of control.
Yeah.
I stopped using the hype 6 months ago. So I just sniffed now and smoke coke.
Okay. What? What's the hypes?
Huh?
What's the hypes?
Hypes and needles.
Oh, really?
So I don't shoot drugs.
You don't shoot it, you just sniff it.
I just bip it, yeah, sniff it.
Okay.
But, and like I said, right now, I don't even know how I landed over here. I'm in Curtis Bay, Brooklyn area. I hate it here.
Where you say you was from?
I'm from East Baltimore.
Yeah.
I'm from near Monument Street. They don't know what a bando is until like you go in 2 feet of water and they're shitting in tubs and there's nowhere to sleep.
Yeah.
You know, I've been raped in bandos, I've been beaten, I've been robbed, and it's only through God's grace and mercy I'm still alive.
So let me ask you this: you been in the streets? What's some of the life-threatening situations you went through?
I mean, you know, I'm a white female, and you know, you go through projects, you find pegs, you get chased, you know, I mean, you get robbed. It's very dangerous. The streets are dangerous. At one point, I was selling drugs, and you know, a monkey can't sell bananas, so I used more than I sold.
Yeah.
But at that point, I was carrying a gun for protection. I was scared, and I don't know. I'm just glad that madness is over. So I had
life-threatening.
I can remember a situation in Highlandtown. I had driven by them corner boys and I burnt them. Like I said, give me 2, and I had like $2, you know, bought out. And I was so high that I forgot, and I went back to the same spot, and they punched me through the window, and I hit the gas. I'll never forget it. As I hit the gas, I was in a minivan. I drove down Noble Street, and they shot my back window out.
Girl.
Just dangerous situations that I put myself in.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Life is very short. I'm learning at this age of 49 that life is precious. I'm very tired. I don't want to miss my caseworker.
What's 3 things that you wish you wouldn't have never did getting in the streets?
Drugs, prostitution, and disconnected from my family.
So what's 3 things you learned from being in the streets?
Stay strong, never give up, and there's always hope.
At what age you start using? Like, what age were you when you started using?
Really? Probably about 15, 16.
15, 16?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I was
That's
smoking, you know,
early as
I did what they call recreational drugs. I smoked weed and drank with the people
For
in
fun,
school.
and that turned into a habit.
Yeah.
Damn. So what's 3 things you can say to the youth to not follow your footsteps?
Stay in school.
Stay in school.
And education is very important. I do have an education.
Yeah.
I actually am certified through the Board of Nursing as a CNA, GNA, as a med tech. I'm certified through the Red Cross for first aid. I'm a peer recovery specialist. I have a lot of things, and I was getting ready to start nursing school.
You playing,
Most
man.
addicts are very smart people. So if I was to tell them anything, don't follow the crowd. Stay on the porch.
Yeah, I'm ready to say it's not even addicts. It's like the youth, the people that's coming up.
I mean, listen, you don't have to do what everybody else does. Be yourself.
Yeah.
Be an individual. Stay in school. Respect your elders.
Yeah.
And love yourself.
You ain't got no kids or nothing?
No kids, no.
No kids?
No. The
You
crazy.
don't think about having kids?
No. No. I have a niece, and that's all the kid I need. She's amazing. She's my world.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything
You
about
still
my
in
brother
contact
because
with
he
him?
would be very mad if I mentioned to him, because there was 2 children to the addict parents. There was my brother and there was me. I followed my parents' footsteps. My brother is head detective for Harford County. He just retired.
Oh, so
He doesn't
had a
understand
career.
me.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it, how I do what I do every day after seeing our parents die. But I don't know if he ever will.
Right. As long as you understand, you're going to get it together as long as that's what you want to do.
And I
If
do.
you want to get it together, you're going to get it together. As long as that's something you want to do, you're going to do it.
You know, I had something happen the other day, and they call it Lost Dreams Awakened.
Yeah.
And what that means is that, like, you know, I had an eye-opening experience. I stood on a corner in the freezing cold. It was below 8. Nobody was there to help me. I was partially frozen, almost hypothermia. And I made it to the food bank because I couldn't get anyone to pick me up. I was ill. I got to the food bank and they almost called 911 because I was almost blue.
Yeah.
But at that moment, I made a decision to call my caseworker and say I'm done.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You ain't never go to jail or nothing like that?
Oh, I've been locked up many
been locked
times,
up?
different states,
For what?
but nothing major. Just like, you know, drug charges, paraphernalia, possession charges, petty theft, trespassing, you know, those.
The longest time you been locked up?
Well, I was supposed to be locked up for 30 days, and they lost me in the system for 6 months in Baltimore City.
So you was locked up for 6 months? in the
Yeah.
city.
Got a
that-
jumper and everything.
How that experience was?
I hated it. I didn't speak the whole time I was in there.
For real?
Like, at all.
What, nobody
Because
trying to talk to you or nothing?
No, everybody tried to speak, but my voice is so feminine.
Yeah.
I was afraid.
Yeah. You ain't know what they were going through.
And then I realized that there was different gangs in there. And then one particular gang actually approached me. And the man asked me if I wanted to make a phone call. And I said, I don't have nothing to give you. And he said, I ain't asked you that. I noticed that you don't speak to nobody and you don't go to the phone. And I said, are you sure? Is this a trick? Because I was scared.
Yeah.
And he did a 3-way. It was the worst thing I ever could have done. Because he had called my mother. He had his wife call my mother. And my mother said, I know where you are. I know that you're safe. No, you can't come home. Click. And
Man, she hung up
the
on
first
you.
thing I wanted to do was cry, but I was scared to cry.
Well,
You know, especially being in there. From that point forward, that man, that older man, he was of the Muslim gang. And if you,
Muslim not a gang.
well, whatever. They was a group of people. They loved me. Like, they spoke to me every morning. They gave me a little thing, I remember a little bag of coffee. And then they gave me like a dessert cake that they had made every day. Because I didn't have commissary.
Right.
I ain't have nothing like that. And then they got me a job. I would do laundry, washing people's laundry. You know, they really helped me out.
Yeah, that's good. That's
So, it's not a gang. Muslim's not a gang.
Yeah, it ain't no
I don't
gang.
know, but there are gangs in there. But they were good to me, and they kind of protected me.
Yeah, that's good.
So, but anyway, that was my jail experience. I don't like jail. I don't want to talk about jail. It's bad juju.
Yeah.
It's scary. So, you know, I've been through a lot.
So what's the strongest message you'll send to the kids to stay on the porch and not jump in the streets? What would it be?
You know what? Respect your elders. Respect yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to do what everybody else does.
Yeah.
You know, dream. How about dream? Children today don't dream anymore of being something. You know, they can be somebody. You can be somebody. You can be a doctor, a lawyer, a fireman, a lawyer. You can be whatever you want to be. You know, I didn't know what I wanted to be, but today I learned I just want to be happy.
Yeah. You know, I don't even normally pay people for interviews and but how much you want for this interview?
You know, whatever. I'm getting ready to leave for treatment. I have nothing. You know, you tell me.
So how much you want for the interview?
Listen, I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that because I have nothing. I have no food, no nothing. I'm getting ready to go in here with this lady, you know, and I ain't even got a cigarette. Oh, thank you.
You up?
That's awesome. I'm just glad I had the opportunity to share, and hopefully this reaches somebody.
Facts,
it reaches somebody, the inner youth in the city, in the county, wherever you're from.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid and listen. Stay children. Keep your youth. Keep your purity. Don't let nobody abuse you. Don't let nobody touch you, hurt you, beat on you. Tell somebody.
Yeah.
That was my biggest mistake, and I held it in my whole life, the abuse. Look at me now.
You too, yeah, man. What you say your name is again?
I go by Dee Dee.
Dee Dee, man.
Yeah.
Dee Dee just gave us his story, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all with it, tap, man. You know what I'm saying? Down with another episode inside Baltimore Drug Epidemic. Hopefully y'all like this story. Go like, comment, subscribe. Tell them.
It's gonna blow up.
Tell them, say like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Tata 2900, man.
And I'll be back with the end result of my recovery.
Yeah. We gonna get that too. We gonna get that. Yeah, you got to. And the next, how long you gonna be in there for?
I don't know. I better make it around the corner.
I'm ready to say, sir, you come out and holla at, and I'm gonna put you on the camera and show motherfuckers the after effect.